the corner of my eye. I can see you now. You're stepping so high and
walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you.
One look down, I was hooked on you, baby. Whoa.
Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you.
Watching you.
Watching you. Watching you.
There you go, swaying, blowing my mind. You've got everything moving in time. God gave her beauty, she carries it well. I'm staring at your heart, baby, hoping you can tell.
Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you.
Hoping you can tell that I'm watching you.
Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you.
With the naked eye, baby, whoa.
Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you.
You're far away, but I can still see you clearly, whoa.
Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you.
Watching you. Love at first sight. Ooh, baby, you're blowing my mind. Ooh, I just got to let you know. Energy flowing. I said it feels so good. I gotta tell you, my name is Stevie. What's yours, baby?
Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you.
I'm watching you and only you, baby.
Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you.
You're blowing my mind. Gonna do a little dance for you.
Watching you. Watching you.
The girl looks just right to me. Ha! Combination, smile, body, physique. Whoa. All the ladies I've seen are really fine, but baby, I'm watching you. You're right down my line.
Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching
you. Baby.
Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you.
Ooh, you're right for me. You're right to the T,
Walking
baby.
down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you.
What must I do to let you know I'm taking you?
Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you. Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you.
Hey, this is Ralph Johnson of Earth, Wind & Fire, and whenever I'm in Tulsa, I'm tuned in to KBOB 89.9 on the FM.
Just to be close to you, girl. Just for a moment, well, just for an hour. Just to be close to you, girl. Oh, baby. You know, I've been through so many changes in my life, girl. Oh, I've been up real high where I thought I didn't need anybody. Alright, and then again I've been down real low where there was no one in my life that needed me. I found that material things I thought had so much value. Oh, girl, didn't really have any value at all. That I was a lonely man, a man with no direction, with no purpose, with no one to love and no one to love me for me. Oh, girl, then you came into my life. You made my jagged edges smooth. You made my direction so clear and new. Oh, woman, you became my purpose, my reason for living, girl. You see, you're my heart, you're my soul, you're my strong inspiration, baby. Oh, that's why I'm standing here singing and opening my arms to you. I wanna say, child, why don't you take my hand? Oh, we'll live in love forever, yeah. Take my hand. Ooh, we'll be alone, you and me, yeah. Take my hand. Girl, we'll live our lives together, yeah, together. Together, yeah. Together, just to be close to you, girl. Just for the moment, baby. Just for an hour. Just to be close to you, girl. I've been out there searching so very long, baby. Searching to find somebody just like you. And for some folks, it takes a lifetime, sugar.
Hi, I'm your host, Prima Donna Braddock.
And I'm your co-host, Jennifer Brown.
And our radio show is Real Life, Real Talk, a talk show for sharing relevant information to help women win in life.
You can catch us every Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. on KBOB 89.9 FM.
Welcome back to the Real Life, Real Talk radio show, where we are sharing relevant information to help women win in life. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday, everyone. And
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. And welcome to another installment of Real Life, Real Talk radio show, the show where we share relevant information, content, and conversation to help women win in life. I am your host, Miss Prima Donna Braddock.
And I am your second host, JD Miller.
She is my co-host. Yes.
Tongue tied on my co-host.
Oh,
Look.
girl, you're doing just fine. Are you staying cool? Are you staying cool?
Staying cool. Trying my best out here. Look, Oklahoma weather.
Yes.
It'll slap you.
Yes, girl. But you know what? The heat that will slap you is the heat in Arizona.
Oh, that's true.
Yes. Have you been to Arizona?
Yeah, they got that 120 heat.
Child, let me see.
That's
that dry heat.
The sweaty heat.
This is
another sticky heat. Maybe I should say sticky. Sticky. You feel like you gotta take a shower again. Look,
girl. So I went outside when I remember I was in Nevada, and I went outside. It was nice air conditioned like it is now.
Yeah.
And I went out there. It's like literally somebody just like slapped me in my face, and I was like, "Let me run back in there."
You weren't ready. You was not ready.
I was not ready, girl. Not that type of heat. And at that time, I had not moved to Oklahoma yet, so it was still just the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And the Bay Area, we don't have heat like that. I mean, the highest we go in Oakland is probably 80, 85, and then it goes all the way down to the 60s. So
Okay,
I never
yeah.
experienced that type of heat. So I was just like, oh Lord Jesus, where is the water? Let me stay hydrated.
Exactly. That's exactly where I was going next.
Yeah.
Everyone stay hydrated. Drink your water.
Drink your water.
Take your electrolytes. Do what you got to do.
Speaking of electrolytes, do you know that if you put lemon in your water, that brings it to an alkaline?
Oh yeah.
I
I've
didn't
been
know
doing that
that.
for years.
I've been doing it, but I didn't know that's what happened.
Oh, look up alkaline foods. I'm a health nut, so that could be something else I can add a little bit.
Yes.
But yes, for real, do that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm drinking my water. But yes, hot topics, my girl. What you got? What you got? What
so
you
this is
got?
what I got. Okay, last week Tabitha Brown was super sweet. So Wendy was coming at her, and she responded with such charisma, such class, just really nice. Let me tell you about a story. Okay, this couple is dealing with a divorce. Okay, let's just go there.
Mhm.
But she didn't respond so nicely. So this is about Gary Owens and his wife Kenya, who split in March.
Gary Owens.
Yeah, so he was on
Oh.
Act Like a Man, Think Like a Woman. He was the white guy that was on there.
Okay.
He's a stand-up comedian.
Act like a man. Think. Okay.
Yes. So anyway, they were married for 18 years.
Oh wow.
And pretty much he's been seeing somebody else. It's been evident. Her heart's broken, and she lashed out.
18 years.
18 years. I
And
can't
he's
even
just
imagine.
he just dipped out on her.
Yes. How do
Did-
you all feel, the viewers? Like, if you've been married for 18 years and somebody
Did-
dipped out on you, what would you say?
So she did an Angela Bassett on him.
Ooh, talk to me. Okay. help
That's
me.
wait and excel.
Oh,
Waiting
yes.
to excel.
Oh, with her words, yes. Yes.
Maybe without the fire, but she
Yes.
did waiting to
Yes.
excel.
Okay, yeah, with her words. Oh my gosh. So on Instagram on July 8th, Duke wrote. So Duke is Kenya. That's her last name now, I guess. But Gary Owens' wife wrote on Instagram, "You definitely know who I am. You didn't care that Gary is married, and you still don't seem to care." And she said, "I'm still paying his bills." So she's talking to the girl, excuse me, about Gary and how she feels. So anyways, she also implied, Duke, that the mistress went on a trip with Owens. And she said that he's cheap anyways. And I can't believe the fact that he's even paying this much money for you. He didn't pay that much money for me when we go out to eat, that type of stuff. So being petty. Then also she said, "You can have him, but you don't got the money. Okay. I got the money." So I'm fast forwarding now. So she's asking for about 44 grand a month from Gary. She's like, "Yeah, I'll see your," she said, "I'm going to see your tan self in court," pretty much. Let's put it that
Wow. So
Yeah, she was going
18
in.
years of marriage. I'm
Yeah.
thinking just, me as a married woman and you as a married woman,
Yeah.
we're Christians, but when you put in the time, I remember, it was a presidential person. He was running for president. I cannot think of his name, but they found out that he was cheating.
way. Okay.
It was during the time of when.
Oh, Clinton?
No. Ain't
Okay.
no Clinton.
I was like, I even knew about that when I was a kid. Look, I know about Clinton.
No, it was when Barack Obama ran the first time.
Ooh.
And everybody thought he was going to win. He was just like the good old boy.
Oh,
Do you know I cannot.
oh
And
my
his wife
gosh.
had cancer, and he ended up stepping
From
out on
Utah,
his marriage.
right?
I don't know where he's from.
Mitt Romney.
No, not Mitt.
Mitt?
No, he's from
Okay.
Massachusetts. No.
Oh, I got the wrong person. My
He-
bad.
and so he got this girl pregnant, this lady pregnant, and of course she was living because they had like 20 plus years of marriage,
Oh,
children.
yeah.
And I love her comeback. She was like, how dare she think that this is okay after everything I invested in?
Yes.
The man you have is what I invested in.
Right. She seen him grow.
She see him
developed
grow, and she said, I put all this time in,
Mhm.
and you just think that this is okay. So, I mean, it's just kind of hard, her putting it out there with social media. It's so easy for us to just dump all our emotions there.
Right.
I think as a classy woman,
Mm-hmm.
some things just doesn't need to be put out there like that. I
Right.
understand that she's angry. I get it. I would be too, 18 years of marriage.
Right.
But
Guys with a
I
mad
think
black
I
woman,
will
like,
have
that's real. Like,
I think I will have those words in person with her.
yes.
Like, so she can see me face to face.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't understand why women do that.
They can be catty. Like, that's just women. I mean, not all women. There's
Not all
plenty
women,
of women
but-
with class, and Tabitha Brown showed that last week.
No, I'm not talking about how she clapped back. I'm talking about the other woman. I'm sorry, that would just
Oh.
think it's okay to be with a married man, and after this, it's just
Let me
to
sip my
me.
tea on that.
Not they let you suck your tea, let you
Yes,
drink your tea or
let
not.
me tell you that's
That-
a real problem.
That is, even when I was single, and can I be honest, because this is real life, real
Yes.
talk, I would have a whole lot of married men try to hit on me. And I would be like, listen here, I don't do married men. I said, because this was my thought. This was my thought. Even in my 20s, yeah, I was slim trim, looking good. I still look good,
Yeah,
but
you do,
girl, but
Mhm.
even at my 20-year-old mind was thinking, you never gonna leave your wife. I'm always gonna be your side
Yes.
orders. And
Right,
my
come
thing was,
on.
I'm not trying to be anybody's side orders. I want to be the
Tell
main
it.
entree where they don't need no desserts, no side orders. They get full all day long on me.
That's
So this is
right.
not going to work.
You're
That's-
with me. I'm with you 100.
So
I'm
that's
never going
the-
to be someone's side piece.
Yeah,
ever.
side piece. So I was like that at age 20, 21.
Same here.
Yeah, they had money, but it was just, and again, because maybe the roots of me growing up in church too. But then, you know what? There's folks in church who still be dipping out and, cheating.
It's true.
Girl, let me tell you.
I'm already ready. Like,
let me tell you. So what is Greenleaf? Is that like about church?
I love that show.
Is that about
Greenleaf.
church?
Yes, it's
Girl,
about church.
my life was
Calvary.
Greenleaf.
Yes, that's
My life was Greenleaf in the church. Okay, because somebody was
Wow.
asking me, "Do you watch Greenleaf?" I said, "Girl, I live that going to church." Like I hate to say it, but I remember there was a couple that they swapped.
Okay.
Like so, the husband dipped out on his wife,
and
they all attended the same church.
Oh.
And the daughter caught him and the man's wife downstairs getting it on.
Oh no.
Yes. And I'm sitting here like
horrifying. Oh my goodness.
This is in church. And I was like, wow.
That's why we need Jesus, y'all.
We really need to know Jesus. People can have Jesus, but really no.
Yeah,
so
there you go. You really hitting it.
Yeah. So I'm telling y'all young ladies out there who think it's okay to be a side piece. That's all you're going to be. But you know what? Check this out. There's some women who say they don't mind just being a side piece because they don't want a relationship like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they will admit it.
Yeah.
I've heard they actually, exactly what you were saying, go for the married men. That is their prey.
Wow.
They're like, I want a married man because he knows what he wants. He knows what this is. And it just goes to show that she doesn't want commitment. When you really think about the root of that, I don't want commitment. I just want to have my fun, my cake and eat it too type of thing. And I can dip out when I want.
Wow. Yeah. It
comes from a broken place. Okay. That's my therapy side. Okay.
That's a therapy side. So it does come from a broken place.
So
sis.
sad.
And another thing, when I was in my 20s, I always thought when I get married, you sow seeds, they're going to grow.
Yep.
They're going to grow. They're going to grow. And don't think that it's not going to come back to you. So it's just it's not good. You can't be just that thirsty to be with somebody else's man. Like real talk. I never felt like, even if it was my friend, it was the ex-boyfriend that was trying to hit on me. I just, even that for me was like,
it's
that's
girl code. Like, I don't know if people heard about that. It's like, you just don't do that. And you know that, but now it's become acceptable. So it's so sad. Anyway, women out there, if you really are struggling like that, you probably need to start some therapy soon. It comes from a place of like, you not knowing who you are as a person, not knowing your value, not recognizing the fact that, man, I am someone that someone should be seeking. I don't have to
seek that findeth a wife, findeth a good thing. Isn't that what the word says?
That is what the word says.
That's what the word says. It don't say you go seek. Where did Boaz found what's it? Not Naomi, Ruth.
Yes.
He found Ruth.
Out there working, doing her thing. So do your thing first. Find out who you are, work, and your man will find you.
Yes. With that said, you guys, this is really good, Jadia. Look at you, girl. Come on with the hot topics. Come on.
They're going to keep coming, y'all. They're going to keep coming. Thank you, BET. Look.
Come on with it. I'm just so proud of her. You've been in like, what, a month now? And you just smooth selling. Smooth. Look, you better go on with your bad self. Go ahead now.
These braids look, I don't know.
Giving you a whole new... Did Stella have braids? Stella. Yeah, Stella got her groove back.
Oh, did she get her groove back?
Yeah, that's what you getting your groove back, Stella.
I am.
With the braids, honey. Well, you know what? If you just tuned in, you tuned in to Real Life, Real Talk here on KBOB 89.9 FM. I am your host, Prima Donna Braddock. We are going to be back after the commercial break, so don't go anywhere. Hi, I'm your host, Prima Donna Braddock.
And I'm your co-host, Jennifer Brown.
And our radio show is Real Life, Real Talk, a talk show for sharing relevant information to help women win in life.
You can catch us every Thursday from 2 to 3 p.m. on KBOB 89.9 FM.
Tulsa Transit is excited to introduce the Route 969 Workforce Express Network. The new Highway 169 Corridor Job Shuttle, WEN, is a fixed route service offering access from North Tulsa and Turley. Stops include Macy's, Amazon, Whirlpool, and Port of Catoosa. Save time and money when you ride the WEN Route 969. And for your protection, buses are cleaned daily. Visit tulsatransit.org for more details.
Advertise in the Tulsa Black-Owned Business Guide. It's a monthly publication reaching all of Oklahoma and beyond, giving exclusive content about your business and many businesses that are connected to you. Full page and half pages are available. Purchase and artwork are due on the 25th of each month. Visit us online right now at www.tulsabobn.com for more details, or email us right now at tulsabobn@gmail.com for pricing. If your credit starts with a 3, 4, 5, or 6, this is for you. Did you know that it's costing you to have bad credit? You can't get qualified for that house or apartment and you're paying high interest rates, along with paying high car insurance, and it may be costing you that job that you really want. What are you waiting on? Take more of a holistic approach. Pick up the phone and call the Credit Shiro at 832-642-1554 or text CAMP to 76626. With 13 amazing services, we restore and repair generations to come. Once again, call the Credit Shiro at 832-642-1554 or text CAMP to 76626. If you know better, you do better. Only the Credit Shiro can help you to save the day. Food on the Move and Morton Comprehensive Health Services presents the Drive-Thru COVID Vaccination Clinic, happening May the 11th, 2021 from 4 to 7 p.m. The first 100 participants receive 2-dose Modernas or the 1-dose Johnson & Johnson. If you want to skip the line, call now at 918-388-1990. Food on the Move every Tuesday on Greenwood. Let's go fresh, Tulsa.
Hi, I'm Denise Parker with Midtown Embroidery. We do it all from any type of promotionals, from screen printing, embroidery, school uniforms, Greek lettering, workwear, monogramming. There's no job too big or too small and no location too far. Let us be your one-stop shop. We're located at 2808 East 15th Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74104. Our phone number is 918-982-3254. Our email address is denise.tulsamidtown@gmail.com. Thank you.
Searching for ways to grow your business? Or perhaps you would like to invest in Tulsa's African American community? The Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce is a great place to start. The Chamber was created to serve and increase the visibility of needs in our community. It is an umbrella organization for local businesses, the Tulsa Juneteenth Festival, BWS Black Women in Business, and the Grassroots Economic Development Fund known as BWS The Power Group. For more information about the Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce or to donate to the Power Group, visit bwschamber.com.
Welcome back to the Real Life, Real Talk radio show, where we are sharing relevant information to help women win in life. Hello. Welcome back to Real Life, Real Talk. And we are excited to have you here. This segment is Just Strong, what we call it, Just Talk Stronger Together. Right. And before we just delve into the Just Talk Stronger Together, we have a person on the radio calling in. David, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, let me put you up a little bit. And yes, I got you on. You're calling me from where?
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.
Oh,
Yes, and I
the
had
DMV.
I had the opportunity to meet you on Clubhouse and was just blown away of everything that you're doing in the Black media. So please, well, I should say, bringing Black media out there. So let us, talk more about it to my audience.
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank you for letting me come on. My name is David Evans, president of the PIC TV network, which stands for the People's Investment Channel. We are on Roku as we talk with 60 channels on, and we're so happy to be on your air show today. It's beautiful to come from DC to Oklahoma without catching the plane.
So tell us, what made you get this star at the PIC Network, and where
Wow.
can one find it?
Yeah, the PIC TV network was birthed a year ago. Matter of fact, in the midst of the heart of COVID-19, we wanted to something to the television world which showcased African Americans from the aspect of inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. Those four things we wanted to show on television. That's why we have these types of shows to showcase us in a professional manner, such as people like you.
Oh wow! And how many does it air? Like how many places, like states, is it airing now?
Yeah, we're on 40 countries around the world: Argentina,
Wow.
United Kingdom,
Wow. United
Brazil,
Kingdom.
France, Canada, Chile, Costa Rica. We all over the place, and we're excited to be an African American network on the air. Yeah.
Yeah. So now, unlike what is that? Netflix and Pureflex, because Pureflex is the Christian channel. There's no subscription. People can just go on Roku and find PIC Network for free.
Yeah, all you have to do is go on. If you have Roku, we already on. You just don't know it. Just go to your search bar and put in _PIC. That's PIC_TV_network. The one thing we do is give ordinary people the opportunity to do extraordinary things on our network without paying that big price. There's people who want to come on and do a cooking show or showcase their music and their movies. Talk shows like you guys are doing, and you don't have to pay that big old crazy price to come on television.
So tell us more how, if someone wants to want to be on your network, if they have a talk show, a movie, or anything.
Yeah, we have a team of 20 people, and basically all you have to do is to email us at the pictvnetwork@gmail.com, or you can go to our website. That's www.thepictvnetwork.com, and you'll see all the information as far as our link tree, signing up to do a spotlight like they have on Oprah show or Tyler Perry show or Steve Harvey show. We have our own spotlight. Matter of fact, we came up with that name early last year, the PIC TV Network Spotlight, and bring people on just like you have us, but it's from the television version.
Yes. Now, I just want to get clarification. If someone who's interested in, they're not of African American descent, and they're like, hey, I would like to, be on PIC Network. Are you open to that?
Yeah, we don't discriminate. Like I said, we have people all over the world. We have, Caitlin Rogers, who's been on our spotlight. We have Kings from Les Brown, who's been on our spotlight. Isaac Hayes Jr. We have, matter of fact, we have a boxing legend coming on today at 7 p.m. So, no, we don't discriminate any race, creed, color, background, religion. We're open to have you on one of our 60 channels. We love for you guys to be on.
60 channels.
60 channels.
So, Judea,
I have a question for you. Hello. That's wonderful what you're doing. You're really hitting all the pillars. Educational, entertainment. You're just going. I want to ask, is there any up and coming movies that are going on, or is it all just kind of individually based, individually funded, or how does that work with the PIC Network?
Yeah, we have 4 movie channels. We have independent artists such as Miss Cradle from Washington, D.C., who has his own movie. We have other artists, because in the midst of COVID-19, a lot of people are sitting on content.
Okay.
So you may see one of our partner channels on, or if a person is watching and listening right now, and you have your movies or your music or your talk show, you want to get it on air, we we can get your stuff on as early as 48 hours. That's why we have.
I'm going to clarify something. I'm sorry to cut you off right there, but so let me make sure I make this clear so for the viewers to understand. So if somebody wants to come on and they got an idea for a movie and a set, you all would work with them to get that started and funded and get it out there on your network?
Yep, we work with them from A to Z. We know a lot of people are starting out, coming on for shows. So
this is groundbreaking.
We do advertising for them. We do commercials. We already on in barbershops, nail salons, beauty parlors, hotels. The beautiful thing about Roku, wherever there's a Roku, there's 56 million people around the world who has this product, and we're just one of the top African American channels out there with 60 channels showcasing the best in what we do, you know. And when I say that, I mean all people, because again, you may be from a different background, race, or whatever, but you still can showcase the best in inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. One of the things we have done, we created our own channel, shows like COVID-19 Heroes and A Preacher's Life. That's our original shows that we created that you will only see on the Pick TV network. And many artists, such as Elevation from down in Florida, Jacksonville, he just released a brand new song called It's Real Now. Kind of go with the theme that you guys show.
Okay.
His song just popped out, and he's saving the video for Pick TV network.
Nice.
So, yeah.
May I ask this question for you too, Dr. David Evans? So, when did you fall in love with just the industry, with entertainment? Can you talk to us about that? Like, what made you say, I'm going to dive on into this?
Yeah, well, I guess about 25 years ago, I was working at DCTV as a review tech. So I would spend 8 hours of my day reviewing tapes at that time for lighting, for words, you know, for whether they were pass or fail. So this was my job, working at DCTV. So I know a lot about the social media world, and where we are today in the midst of technology is so easy. Everybody's phone is a mini studio.
Yeah.
Your computer is a mini studio, and there's so many outlets
Inspiration's
we use.
overnight. Look.
Yeah, we can go live. I mean, we have so many ways that we do this technology today, and the Pick TV network is on the cutting edge because we take people's products that you may have already on your phone. You can upload that and send it to us. So you may have something on Facebook like you guys have it today. We can turn it into a TV show or YouTube. If it's your content, we can air it.
Wow.
Yeah. So, what is anything new going on for you for Pick Network? What's new? I remember you saying that you were able to get into some resorts.
Yeah. We definitely was. One of our persons in California was at the Wingate Hotel last week, and we were able to get the green light to come on at the hotels down there in Las Vegas. So they will be on the Pick TV network. It's so easy because of the fact people already have Roku. Roku, again, is the largest streaming device in the world for 56 million people. So if there's a Roku in a hotel, bar, you know, nail salon, beauty parlor, wherever, they turn their television on, all we do is ask them, can they turn on Pick? I'm pretty sure somebody has a Roku listening to us right now.
Oh, yeah, I do.
They can just turn us on.
Yeah. What is something that we did not cover that you like our audience to know about your network, Pick Network?
Yeah, it's again, our network, if you can get in touch with us, all you have to do is to email us at the Pick TV Network. You can go to our website, www.thepicktvrnetwork.com, or email the picktvnetwork@gmail.com. Again, we have this brand new television network, and we're waiting for ordinary people to bring them on to do extraordinary things without paying that big price. We're trying to reach 1 million people by Christmas to be subscribers for our viewership, and we're doing it real fast because coming into the retail industry, hotels, nail salons, beauty parlors, showing our products. We are on Ohio. Lucretia, she's bringing people in every day up in Ohio to look at our programs. People are telling families. Patricia in New York. We have Michelle down in Atlanta, Georgia. So, and we got DC locked in, DC, Maryland, Virginia. So, in California, Stephen Evans. So, the news is spreading fast. We're a new network, and we're getting out there real fast. And we just thank God for the opportunity for you guys to bring us on your show.
Wow. Well, I thank you very much for stopping by and sharing with us about PIC Network. And again, it's www.pic.com, P-I-C? PIC TV. PICTV.com. So again, it's www.
Network.
Oh, PIC TV Network. Okay. PIC TV Network. www.pictvnetwork. Correct? .com.
Right. Yeah.
All right. We'll make sure we'll put it in our chat so people can look into it. And this is a great opportunity, you guys, to be seen. He's all over the world. He's gone global. And if you guys have that, talk show that you always wanted to do, or whatever, a movie, if you're an actor or if you're a filmmaker, it sounds like Mr. Evans is open to having you on his network with a fee. So I don't know what the fee. You guys going to have to talk to him with that, because he's going to have to, need a fee to keep it going.
We have the best rates in the world. And I want to come back and do a part 2. I love you guys, what you're doing. I'm looking at you guys on your Facebook. It's professional. It's beautiful.
Hey. 1 million views, y'all. 1 million people.
Come on now. Let's support Black Network.
Whatever happens in DC affects the world. So we're gonna be pushing y'all. I want to do a part 2. We support you guys, and I bring a couple of my people, Elevation, with this new music. Know you're gonna love that. Bring a couple of my people on with me, and they can blast in from where they are and tune in on the line. So we love to collaborate on some more interviews.
Oh, thank you. Absolutely. Great. We'll definitely keep in touch with you. Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Evans, for stopping on by with the Real Life here at the Real Life Real Talk, and we'll chat again soon.
We will.
Okay.
Thank you.
You take care.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Wow. So what'd you think of that?
That is innovative right there.
Yeah.
That's
innovative.
Smart. I just think it's groundbreaking, because he's going right in the flow of this age, this movement right now. Yes, exactly. You can be a sensation overnight.
Right.
So he's like taking advantage of that, saying, hey, you want to start something? I'm going to work with you.
Yeah, that's great. I think it's a great opportunity. Well, here's the part of the show I'm really excited about. This is something new.
Me too. The juice here.
The tea. So, Real Talkers, we've got an important show for you all today called Stronger Together. Just talk stronger together. Today, guests will be sharing their opinions in today's society, from family issues to sexual positivity. Today in the radio station, we have a 2021 ORU graduate, Adina Hernandez, and the vice president of Forbes Entertainment, my girl, Toya Forbes.
My girl too.
Yes. Originally from Saginaw, Michigan, Adina Hernandez, has been in Tulsa since 2016. And ORU 2021 graduate Adina has found passion for advocacy, community outreach, and education. She enjoys listening to music, doing yoga with friends, and exploring Tulsa's taco trucks. Adina is currently the Tulsa Dream Center program administrator and executive assistant.
Ooh. You guys show me some taco trucks. Tell me about one of them before I jump in on the next.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. What's a good taco truck, real quick?
My personal favorite is they're in the She Brews parking lot. If you know where Circle Cinema is.
Okay.
They have a yellow truck.
I have seen it. I know what you're talking about. Ziegler area, Whittier Square area. Gotcha. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to check it out. So next, Toya Forbes is a native Tulsan, come on, who graduated from Wentworth Military Academy and the University of
Dubuque.
Thank you. I got Dubuque. I appreciate that. I have been struggling. Okay. She's obtained 3 degrees, college degrees, as well as served in the U.S. Army. She is happily married, a mother of 3, and CEO of Forbes Enterprise, and the founder of Praying Wives. She is also a soon-to-be author of 2 books
Yay!
and a motivational speaker. She
Woo.
believes in walking in your purpose, and her greatest achievement on earth, walking in your purpose is, she believes walking in your purpose is your greatest achievement on earth, and encourages people of all ages to live what you love, so your life could be worth your living. Welcome to the set.
Yay! Yes, welcome.
Yes.
So like I said, Just Talk, I revamped it to be a little bit more engaging. I'm always listening to my audience, and I want to be engaging because I don't want to be bored, you guys.
Me neither.
Yeah. So what we're doing, I have here, you guys, this little pocket, this little bag, and we're going to just pick, someone's going to pick whatever's in there, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to get real about it, and we're going to get juicy about it, and we're going to just keep it real and raw.
Yes.
All right. So, Toya's going to be bringing Toya Real Talks here. So,
let's
so why don't you
go.
be the first?
Oh,
to
wow. This is intense.
Yes. So what did you get? What's the
What did I
topic?
get? Oh, wow.
Okay.
Thoughts and feelings about sexual positivity.
Ooh.
We're
I
talking
think
about
that
sex
was
today.
Yes, that was yours.
I brought it up because,
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to tell on myself. I love watching The Bachelorette and The Bachelor.
Listen.
Yes, high five.
Yeah.
And so the one that's the Bachelorette right now, her name is Katie, and she is all about sexual positivity. And so it made me curious, okay, this movement, but you see it all over the place. But go ahead, talk to me. Do you know anything about that, Toya?
Tell me a little bit and I can jump in.
Okay, so sexual positivity means it's pretty much this, it's women embracing their sexual sides.
Okay.
The urges. There are different things that make them feel more stimulated.
More
anything
sexy.
that's anything that's more sexy, no matter what it is.
Okay.
So it just opens the door. So from what they wear. So if I was reading this article, not body shaming women on what they wear at all.
Got you.
So that's being sexually positive. She wants to show it all. It's okay. If
She wants to
has a
show it all?
Yeah. I mean,
It's okay?
It's really okay. If you want to be topless, it's all right. If you want to if you have a sexual preference, make it known and don't be ashamed about it.
Oh, wow.
Shake it. It's like the WAP, like the movement, the WAP movement. Yes. Let's just put it this way. Yeah, it's number 1. And do not be ashamed of your body. Do not be ashamed of your sexual appetites. Anything goes.
Someone challenge you there, sis, because I was always taught, don't show less so the men can imagine the rest.
Don't show more.
Oh, that's cute, but that's not the movement now.
Okay, go ahead, Toya. You're going to chime on this one.
Well.
Because you have a 15-year-old daughter?
I have a 16-year-old daughter.
16, you for the sexual positivity?
She ain't showing everything. The devil is a whole liar. The blood of Jesus. Well, what I can say, so I have a twofold to that. Let me tell you why. Being a married woman.
All right.
Right. And I'm a young 42. Okay.
Girl,
42 years young. Let's go. Got him. With 3 teenagers. Right. And I married a younger man, right? My husband is actually 33. So I am truly Stella got her groove back.
Yes,
okay?
Stella got her groove back.
And he is Jamaican, okay?
Wow,
yes,
that's right.
Do you hear me? And I'm 9 years older, Angela
But
Bassett
you
was
don't
9
look
years.
it, sis. You don't look it. You keeping it good. I see you in the gym and everything.
Yes, keep it tight and right, baby.
Keep it tight and right. Okay.
But when it comes to as far as date night, yes, I want to be sexy for my husband. Obviously appropriate, right? I'm not going to show, all my butt, everything hanging out. I'm not going to do that. But the dress might be very tight fitted, okay? It's going to let you
with
see.
your husband.
What you're working with for tonight, sir.
Right.
Yes.
And I will say as far as, because I'm at my peak, my sexual peak, because we talk.
Oh, that's true. 30 is a sexual peak.
Listen, so you're it's like you're like late 30s and 40s and 50s. This is why you see older women with men in their because it's. Y'all don't think it match, but baby, they match.
Can I pause you right there? Is it get up? Does it get more like?
Oh, girl, yes.
Your libido goes up after 35.
Baby, don't play with me.
Oh my gosh.
Josh Forbes be like, I'm coming again. Let's stay, sir. He gonna be like, well, why you doing this? But we talking real, right?
Real life,
and I'm a married woman.
Yes.
So because of that. it's we're it's perfect for us, right?
Okay.
So in a contents of marriage and a contents of you being sexy for your husband, because if I can really keep it transparent, when I was married my first time, this is my second marriage, I was very restricted. I was very religious, so I'm wearing church outfits on dates because I was in the world. It's almost like you be out there, then you come in God, and it's like you don't have a happy medium, and you're super like, I'm not gonna listen to this music, I'm not gonna wear this, I'm not gonna do this, right?
So,
And so it's like, okay, it's too much, and I lost that marriage because I wasn't able to really be a wife, and then I wasn't into young 20s. I wasn't into sex like that. I'm having kids and I'm tired, I'm home, and I'm like, I'm not into that. So I lost a lot. As far as in that marriage, because I wasn't able to be the woman and that I needed to be, or the wife, and explore that, right? So now, okay, that's fast forward where I'm at now. Well, I was single. I understand I need to live life. Obviously, I did not have sex before marriage, but I'm enjoying life.
The second time
I did not have sex before marriage. I'm enjoying life. I'm living. I'm listening to certain music. I'm going dancing. So that's how I was even able to meet my husband. And we have so many things alike as far as entertainment wise, going out. He took me salsa dancing, all that good stuff, right? Yeah. So I'm enjoying life, and I'm understanding the difference between Toya being a prophet and a minister, Toya, and Toya being an actress, and Toya being on a date with her husband. Right. Because I've been out, and some people have seen me that know Minister Toya or Sister Toya, or whatever you want to call me, and seen me with my mini skirt on and my crop top. Right. And then looked at me, hey, how you doing, Sister Toya? It's Toya today. Or Mrs. Forbes, actually, because I'm with my husband. Yeah. And almost looked at me like, oh, are you wearing that? Yes, I'm wearing this. It's a crop top, and it's a mini skirt, and we're on a date. Yeah. And that's why his eyes is all on me.
Okay. So you the full entree.
Baby.
You the full entree.
And so I almost felt that body thing where the girl was looking at me kind of like, because she was with a couple friends and they know me from church, and they're looking at me all side eye. Of course, I wouldn't wear that into praise and worship and in a transfer church. Why would I wear that? That's weird, right? Something wrong. I'm gonna definitely need prayer from Pastor Brenda if I do that. Matter of fact, she has put me aside.
She has. Really?
Because I did listen, when I was in my singleness, I was real little girl.
I remember you were real little. Yeah.
And I had my little tight.
It don't matter in sexual positivity. It don't matter what size.
But no, we're in church though.
But I was in church.
She was in the altar. And so, we're trying to get, guys saved to the Lord, not seeing what's up underneath her dress. Right. So she had a lot of legs and thighs. And
so I got pulled to the side, and Pastor Brenda she said, honey, the men try to stay saved now. And you got your little shirt gonna mess them up. And then Pastor Tommy tried to have my back, and Pastor Tommy said, well, that's Hollywood. She's an actress. She's not acting up in the house at all. Pastor Brenda said, yeah. Like I said, don't wear that to church. Baby,
I love that.
So your positivity, sexual positivity ain't for the
church. But this is what I want to say. You always hear them say, come, they always say, come as you are. Okay, come as you are, but don't stay as you are. Because would you dress like that to church? Would you, not to church, would you dress like that to work? Wearing a mini skirt. One time I went to church and her skirt was so short I could see her uterus. I was like, oh my God.
Listen, I'm gonna get me a husband today.
Yes. Oh
she was a volunteer. She was a volunteer, and I was like,
I would like to.
Yes. Adina, what is your thoughts?
Please come in, Adina.
Okay, so I'm unmarried, and I'm 23. So I feel like it really is kind of a delicate dance to kind of do in this time. And I actually, Judea, I'm a big fan of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. So I've been watching, and Katie is a hot mess. Let's just talk about that. That's a whole nother subject. I'm not trying to go. But in this, I call it purity culture because that's really what it is at its core. And I definitely think I align myself with some of the sexual positivity because we are created, in the image of God. We do have sexuality that we are supposed to be embraced in the confines of marriage. Right. When we're talking about culture and like Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, city girls, like, because I'm a city girl. I like to have fun. I like to dance and go off with my friends. But sorry.
Okay.
I have a hard time When we're talking about specifically in the church, like, okay, this is what's cute and trendy. This is what I'm told I'm not supposed to wear.
Good, you're going
it is
there.
not my responsibility if you see my shoulders and you have a problem. That's a self-control problem at that point.
Listen.
So I really see myself kind of in this, like, how can we find trendy and like modesty's hottesty type
That's
stuff,
so good,
and being able to do it stylish and in like, you know, I want to be cute. I want to look cute, you know, and I mean, biker shorts, like those are a topic that I've actually talked to some of my friends about. I wear biker shorts too. I see girls all the time wearing them, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Like, but the way I wear them, you know, I wear a baggy t-shirt and like I'm covered, and I make sure
because
that
you're
there's
a single woman, you know, Christian.
Right.
Let's put that Christian single woman.
Yes.
So you're being very modest.
And even reverting back to our conversation about the married men, like you hit it right on the head when you said, like, I'm a young single woman. I know I got it going on, and I'm not ugly. Okay,
that's right. Come on,
so, but like it's those seeds that in a future relationship, in a marriage, in something that I want, I cannot sow those seeds of entertaining.
Oh, so you've been hit on by a married man?
Oh yeah. Oh girl. How am I gonna be minding my business? Let's talk about Ruth, right? Like she's in the field, she's minding her business, and somebody else approaches her.
Right.
I am not responsible for what you say if I'm in my space and you come to me. That's it's what you do with it. So you know when he's talking right. So when he's looking at me up and down talking about my pink toes, oh, you got your toes out. Oh, you're cute pedicure. Oh, da 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 da. Like, okay, sir, I gotta go. Very nice. And I am very active about not putting myself in situations where it would even come into question.
That's so good.
And I've done nannying too here in Tulsa.
Because they always go for the nanny.
They always go for the nanny. It's
so
really
does the mama be side-eyeing you? Does the mom side-eye you? Be like, okay, you're going to take my husband? I mean, how has that experience been for you?
Girl, group chats. Group chats. And
so anytime you talk to the husband, you make sure the wife is included.
And most I keep touching this bottom. I'm sorry.
This is coming from a Christian woman's perspective, by the way. Yes, and this is a good place. It's a healthy place. But keep on going. Your group.
I always do group chats, and there have been, it really does depend on the couple and like how secure they are in their marriage. And you can honestly, coming from the outside, seeing in, I can see it. You know, because if it is a constant group chat thing, then that lets me know, like, okay, I want to make sure I am not alone with them. If we do happen to be alone together, the kids are present. We're sitting on opposite ends of the room.
Good boundaries.
And like you know, if there's a pool situation, I'm in a one piece, and the kids are
young ladies, please listen to Adina.
Listen to Adina. I mean, I'm gonna need you to say that again. I love the integrity and the boundaries. You said one piece, not a bikini.
Right. And here's the thing with the bathing suits too in the summertime. Let's talk about it. Like, I'm not going to pull up in, you know, dental floss. Like dental floss with a couple triangles.
But that's sexual positivity.
But she's around somebody else's husband.
The movement says the opposite. So this is good that you're saying the truth. This is what we need to focus on right here.
And I'm gonna I'll revert to my girl Lizzo. I love her. I think she's fantastic. So she is she's an artist. Yeah, she had that Truth Hurts song that was really popular last summer. Okay. And she's a bigger black girl, and she is not afraid to wear her little, you know, bikinis on. And I really am. She's done a lot for me, body positivity, because growing up in the church, there has been so much. You need to cover yourself. Right. It's your responsibility, and it kind of gives you like a what.
I think you can still be sexual positivity without feeling like you have to show a whole lot as a single person. Like, I love fashion, and you can wear nice clothes and not feel like you have to show your boobs or, you know, the short skirts. I think we've just gone away from that, because listen, if you look at a lot of pictures from the 40s and the 50s, they're very chic. I mean, look at Martin Luther. They look good, and they were sexy. You know, they were sexy, but they were covered. But it wasn't like, they didn't look like they were just like an old hag or anything. Right. But they looked really nice and polished. And now, you know, with all the songs out there, and you guys know I work and mentor with a lot of teen girls. And I remember one time, one of the girls, she had on some Daisy Dukes and a tank top, and she was 16, 15. I said, "Where you going?" She said, "I'm going with you." "No, ma'am. no, ma'am, you're gonna have to put some clothes on.
Correction.
She's like, Miss Primada, I said,
turn around.
No, because this is not okay with you looking like this. I need you to put some clothes on because this is not appropriate for you. And so I said, and then so she went, and so she just put on a sweater. I said, oh, well, you know what? I guess you're just going to be standing here because I will leave you. And I did, because I needed to show these young ladies, stop thinking that you have to show all of this to feel like you have to, get attention. I don't know if you were on the show when we had no, you weren't. The Real Men panel. And he was saying that, if that's all you have, was one of the guys who said, if that's all you have, then who are you other than that? Right. Because that's old. That gets real old.
Yeah, what you're willing to show, you're willing to share. Oh, I heard that statement going on my whole life. Thank you. Shout out to Cynthia Dabney, my mother. Okay.
What you willing to show, you're willing to share.
And Leroy Dabney too, because he said that a lot to me. So with that comes like you have put yourself out there. So you can look nice without showing it all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Everyone might have something different. If you're going to show off an asset of yourself, keep the other ones covered. I think that's the classiest way. You don't have to expose everything. So like if you're going to have more legs showing, and like, let's say your skirt's a little bit above the knee. Well, maybe, okay, you probably will have more covered top. Yeah. And maybe let's say your top is a little bit lower. Maybe the other half will be a little bit more covered.
Right.
It just balances it out a little bit. So you may take that or leave that, but that's just a tip of mine. And I just feel like it just still exemplifies class and sass and sexiness all at the same time.
I think, and it's always so tricky with me. My husband is old school. He grew up Pentecostal.
Oh yeah, so tell us about that.
So he is all about modesty. Less is best for him.
Right.
He doesn't want all that makeup. He don't want all them eyelashes. All the stuff that I came with. That part.
He's a real man.
Like, well, you need to go find Honey. Okay, where's she at? You know what I'm saying?
It's the same way.
Listen,
your husband.
Oh yeah, he don't want no makeup.
And so
my husband's the same way too, girl. But that's why I'm covered right now.
See, and where I come at, I'm just a little different because I really do love fashion, and I am all about. So part of that, I understand the positivity because again, I just told you I had a mini skirt on and a crop top. Mm-hmm. And I'm a minister and a married woman on a date night. And, and that wasn't the suggestion at all. You just gave, if I was going to do a crop top, I probably should did some jeans or long. I did the mini skirt, honey. I did everything. Right. So, but that's just me. And so a lot of times my husband has had to really help me in that. And with the modesty, which I totally get it because at the end of the day, now I'm a married woman. So everything I should be doing or, it should be for what does he like, right? And so if I'm still out here doing what I was doing as a single woman, wearing what I'm wearing, then, okay, what's really going on here? What type of attention am I trying to get now when I got my person? I found my person. I'm with my person. So I've had to literally pray and fast because, it was a season where he didn't even want to see me with no makeup on. I'm like, what? I mean, when I tell you the stripping of that, and then God had to deal with me and say, okay, what is it? Why do you feel like you got to have on makeup? So I had to wear my eyelash. Like I could get rid of the other stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna keep these eyelashes. And then he said, I don't want no eyelash. My husband, I don't want no eyelashes. And well, as a wife, I could be like, well, I'm gonna do me. This is how you married me. Blase, blase, blase. And that could have been problems. Like I could have hold on to my strong woman. But at the end of the day, if we wanted to be pleasing to one another, because that's times where I've said, I don't like that shirt on you. Or could you wear these pairs of jeans versus that? Right. So it's supposed to be where we're submitted to you one another.
And I have a question on that. And maybe it truly is because I am single and I haven't, had that. But I always feel like I hear all of these messages about women needing to do things and women need to, let's talk about the 5-inch inseam shorts on guys. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the tank tops and all of, let's talk about that.
It can be distracting. Let me tell you something. It was a minister. I ain't gonna say who it was. It was a minister that was preaching. I was very distracted because he had a like a tank top of shirt and then real short sleeveless shirt with no tank top on. You could see his nipples. And I'm like, you preaching.
I think I know who you're talking
about.
And
I'm like, I'm gonna need you to. I said, Lord, let me not be looking at this man's nipples. But let it been a woman up there,
right,
with anything on that too tight or anything, would have been whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? It would have been a situation. Or she would have been pulled to the side.
Right.
So it's like men are wearing super tight jeans. We can see your butt and your print.
I'm like, I could wear that outfit probably.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or the muscles.
And
Like, I want to see your shoulders.
And then you have all this stuff, and you come, so it's like it could be a double standard. I see what you're saying. So I mean, I think for that aspect, if we're talking about the house of God, everyone needs to understand what's appropriate for men and women, right? Outside of that, people gonna do what they're gonna do. So we're gonna see a little bit of everything.
Right.
If you that holy, you don't want to see don't go outside then.
Right.
Because this generation, they're like you said, they're wearing what they want. I'm seeing women, and me personally, I'm gonna wear a crop top when my stomach is flat. That's when I was wearing the crop top because I was feeling real good about myself.
Yeah.
I was losing weight and I was like, okay, I'm cute.
Is this before you got married?
This is when I'm married. And before too, child.
Yeah, you were tiny.
Listen, don't play with it. I'm a nice size, and actually, and it's funny, my husband didn't even like that I was that small.
Yeah,
he liked thick one. I said, look at Jesus.
Yeah.
God know what he doing. But so I'm seeing women that don't have flat stomachs wearing.
Oh yeah, that's
I
what
said,
I'm saying.
oh. Now that's a next level confidence, and that's great.
No, that's the movement.
But me personally, would I wear a crop top? Yes. How would I wear a crop top with a flat stomach?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just me though. But I am seeing a little bit of everything. I'm like, wow.
Yes.
This is the level of the
right. You're right, Toya. And I want to bring Adina back in because I know that you had some more stuff to say about being a single woman and all this stuff. So you were talking about in the church, I want to make sure I'm not exposing myself like that. Is there any other comments that you have just about social media and what you see in the media at your age? You're 23. So you are in the movement. I really want to draw you in because I want to hear.
Yeah.
What do you think about all this?
That's funny that you say that because there is, if you're on Instagram, if you're on socials like that, you know what an Insta baddie is. Like, if you're on TikTok, I'm on TikTok. It's absurd. But there's this literal trend called the BBL effect, where it's like the girls that take one tiny little bite and then they're like, and then they got their BBL and they're just flipping their hair, and it's look it up on TikTok. It's really funny.
Oh wow!
But there's a trend about it. It's a whole culture of Insta baddies, BBLs, whatever. And I personally, I really struggle with, I am not an Insta baddie, and it's not that I'm trying to be, I'm just not that kind of attractive, I guess. I don't know what it is. It's more of a look, I guess, a particular style. That is not my style, but that is what's popular in media. That's what's popular with guys my age, and it's difficult.
Tell us what it is. What's that look?
The lashes, the long extensions, the Coke bottle with the long fingernails, the makeup, the Gucci bag, the Chanel shoes, all of.
Because Adina's gorgeous, so
Thank you.
You're a baddie in your own way. That's an Insta baddie. That's why I wanted to preface.
Yes.
So keep going.
So, but being this age and being kind of in this culture of okay, I am not that, but I am still good in this, and if you don't find this attractive, then that is just your problem at this point. Because it's not, I'm not personally, I don't feel comfortable wearing those kinds of clothes and having everything out there. That's just my preference. So it's a weird balance, and I've talked to other girls my age of it's not that there's something wrong with me. Right. It's that there's maybe something wrong with society or culture, or that is what's required of me to be, quote, sexy or hot or whatever it is that I'm supposed to be doing.
And like Judith said, you're absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Seriously, you have your own hair. You're beautiful.
She has her own hair.
But listen, the thing the point that you're making though, that those type of women are fantasy, because underneath all that makeup, what do we got? Underneath all that wig, what do we got? What do we have under the fake nails? What do we got? Fake lashes? What do we got? And so when it comes down to it, though, let's keep it real.
Yes,
you the one they gonna wife.
They're gonna wipe. They're gonna wipe her up. They're gonna wipe her up.
Okay, low key, to any Insta baddie watching, you gonna fall in the side chick.
Yeah.
You gonna be the side chick.
She's going there.
Because let me tell you something, and even if that, you something that they gonna hit and quit.
Come on.
You might even make it to somebody that gonna be talking to. Because real talk is, this is beautiful. Who you are is beautiful. And women that are doing that, it's something there, because I'm going to be real about it. I had to look at myself when I was always wearing my wigs, when I was always wearing full, complete face, all the eyelashes, all this stuff going on. I had some insecurities there.
Yeah.
When you can't never wear your hair, you can't never wear your own eyelashes, you can't go nowhere without no makeup at all. You got to investigate what's going on. Why do I feel like I got to wear these eyelashes? I got to get these fake nails. I got to wear this weave. Like, what? You got to really figure that out. And my husband made me, being married, he helped me strip back all that. He said, you are beautiful without all that. So I can go to the gym. I be seeing people at the gym now, full face.
Me too.
Now, you know we about to sweat in this class, right?
Like, you ain't getting a real workout into me.
Right.
Okay?
You know you about, and it's like, and they really ain't really doing nothing. I'm going really, because you know you're going to sweat.
I sweat bullets.
Me too.
I'm dripping.
So I can go to the gym, no makeup on. I can go to the grocery store, no makeup on. Clearly, I'm going to come to the radio show, I'm going to be some makeup on. I'm y'all seeing me, I'm going to look cute. But if you see me, I'm not going to do all that. So men see that. Yeah. So I want to encourage every woman your age that are feeling like they have to compete with that. There's no competition.
No.
You the one they wifing. Yeah. You the one they gonna make a life with. You the one they gonna take home to mama. Yeah. That's something to scroll and look at. Something to hit quick.
Yeah, that's right.
And they leave that alone. I promise you. They real men see past that.
They do.
Boys like that.
Wow.
Like that.
Boys
that's
like
temporary.
That.
Well, you know what? This is great. We want to keep passing that around. So, Adina, why don't you pick the next question here? What do we have?
Oh, goodness,
that was good.
Okay.
That was
so next good. Question.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Ooh,
girl.
Let him go. That's like what let's go. Elsa, let him go. Let him go. So I think that topic came up because we had someone on the show and she was so transparent. I love her spirit. And what is her name? Oh God, I can't think of her name right now. But Gwen, and she came on the show and she was talking about she's opening up a restaurant here. And so she says, I think she's like late 60s, 70, I'm not sure. But she's very transparent of her age. She's going to come move down here to be with her grandchildren and great grandchildren and her children. And she had came before and she had left back to Chicago. And I said, well, why'd you leave then? And you went back to Chicago. And why did you come to Tulsa? She said, girl, because I was running from a man. I was like, what?
Running from a man.
Oh my goodness.
I said, and how old are you? She's like, girl, no, I was in my 60s, but I was running from a man. I was like,
wow.
I had no idea that a person who's of that age, golden years, can still have this issue. Yeah. And she said, I had a problem letting him go. I just had a problem letting him go. Yeah. So we're talking about letting that person go. I know I had a problem letting a person go. I mean, my roommate used to tell me before I got married, she's like, I just don't know. Does he have a spell on you or what? And I was like, I don't know, because I don't really like him that much anymore. But he just seemed convenient, you know. Yeah. He was that type of guy. If I called and I said, I need you here, he'll be there. And get this is so sad, y'all. I knew he was with another woman. But I didn't care because I was number one. And I'm saying, I'm going to need you to come here and be here because I'm going to need you to come because this is what I need. And he's like, okay, I'll be right there. Wow. And like, that lets you know the self-esteem. I know self-esteem. I just didn't even care. And I didn't want to let him go because he was just such easy access.
Yeah.
Knowing, you know, I think we keep people too long because they're easy access or we're afraid to go to something that's new. And so we're used to the old. We're used to something that's the familiarity, we're comfortable. Yeah. And I was just so comfortable with him. And we were on and off for many years, you know, since I was 16, and he was just comfortable. He was just, and I knew he was cheating. I knew he was doing the most, child. But I knew when I picked up the phone, he'll call and be right there. Yeah. I would have girls call me and tell, you know, every time you call, he come. I said, all right. and why are you still messing with him? You know, and it would be times where my ex would say, well, she washed my clothes. I said, that's good because I washed them a long time. I've been washing them for a while. I mean, I was just a mess, y'all. You know, so let's talk about let them go.
Yeah.
Anybody want to chime in?
I ain't never had an issue like that.
Oh, she ain't never.
Oh. Baby, I'm gonna let go, queen. You bye. Bye, Felicia.
You a heartbreaker.
Listen,
Wow.
I ain't got time.
See, I definitely have I'm the one that gives too many chances.
Mm-mm.
I have a hard time giving too many chances. And whether it's relationships, friendships, literally, I'm just that type of person. I like to believe the best in people.
So good,
and I'm like, if you say sorry or whatever, I'm like, you know what? I'm really, okay, let's see. But it's what we were just talking too.
Yes.
There's been some things in my life that have changed and I've had to let some people go, but it's kind of,
yeah, we're not even okay. So this is not just for relationships; it's for friendships to let them go too. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's how I read it. I mean, if that's how we want to go with relationships, we can go
for men, women, anything, just letting it go.
Yeah, some people are people that hold on. Some people are quick to let go. I'm always quick to let go. My husband is he holds on. You know, and so we both had to have a balance. Because that's some things it is worth fighting for.
Yeah,
not to let go. And so I've had to learn that. He's had to learn to just completely just let things go.
Yeah.
So it's, you know what I mean? Because you get in mind, if you know, it might sound cool that I let go, but I mean, you're letting go. You could be letting go some good things. You know, and the fact that I so easily let it go. You do one thing, I ain't got time
because that's not realistic too.
That's it. So there you go. So you have to figure out. Okay, why are you so quick to let go?
Yeah.
Versus because you know I was priding myself that that's not a situation for me. Well, it is a situation because some of the things you let go, baby girl, are jewels.
Yeah, you need to grow, right?
Wow. Yeah, and some things is worth fighting for. Some friendships are worth fighting for. Some relationships are worth fighting for, right? So I had to see that, you know, okay, what's worth fighting for, and what should I be like? Yeah, you gonna stay in the pile of let go. You gonna stay right there. You go.
I'm in that, that same spot too. For me, I guess is just like, okay, how many times? Because my mom, one thing that my mom always says is like, the truth will always come out.
Right.
It'll always come out in the wash.
That's
it really
so
doesn't matter how long it takes.
Yeah,
it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
So for me, it's learning to hold on, right? And then like, if you know somebody does something or whatever, I'm like, okay. In the back of my mind, I'm like watching too, right? Because when people tell you things, believe them because they'll tell you just they will just tell you.
Maya Angelou said, if a person show you who they are the first time, believe them. They are telling you. Yeah, and it's time I had to let go of a friend of mine. We were friends since high school, college, not college, but just high school. We grew up in church together, and she just was one of those persons who was just very, just said whatever's on her mind. And I would let her know, no, that's not cool. And she'll, you're like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm good. And she would just keep doing the behavior. I said, this behavior is getting too old. Like, clearly you don't respect me. So how about this? Miss me on that. And then my friend was like, but you guys been friends for so long. I said, maybe that's the problem because I've given her chances over and over because she was thinking in her head, oh, that's just prima donna. She's going to stay right there. She ain't going to go nowhere. But ain't nobody got time for your antics and your attitudes. And, I don't know, your bipolar, what's going on. Like, I ain't got time for it. I've been a real friend for you. If you feel like it's okay to talk to me any type of way, because that's how that behavior, you've gotten away with it with so many people, it stops with me. So I had to let it go.
Yeah, that's so good.
Your actions and your words need to align.
Yes.
So when someone's not doing that, it's incongruent. And you see incongruencies within relationships, and you've already set boundaries, these invisible lines of this is what I don't want, this is what I do desire, and it continue over and over and over.
It's character reflection.
Exactly. They have not changed. They have developed these unhealthy habits, and let me not go there, but it's unhealthy attachment styles. Look, I cannot look it up, y'all. Look it up.
Healthy attachment styles. Yes.
Attachment styles, because we all have them, and you need to challenge them. Side note, okay?
Yeah.
Come on, therapy.
But anyway, that's what's going on here, and you got to let them go. I've been guilty of it. Domestic violence is prevalent. I wanted to touch on this subject of letting go. Takes a battered woman about seven times
for them to finally leave.
Yeah,
come on.
I stayed in a relationship for 15 years and dealt with that.
Go ahead.
And I look back and say, why in the world did I stay with this man for 15 years?
So there was a point in your life that you didn't let it go.
Okay. Well, yes. Well,
that part.
But I did not know that I wasn't letting go.
Oh,
right, because with him we were together, right, and
needing to let it go, but not really realizing.
Right.
Okay.
And then we got married, and so I'm thinking, this is my husband, so I'm trying to deal with what's going on, not knowing that I need to even let this go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because obviously, if a person is doing certain things to you, as far as cheating, things of that nature, I'm like, okay, that's something different. But he wasn't doing that. He was faithful. And I was a young woman at 16, still not realizing should nobody putting their hands on me.
Right.
So I didn't even see that as a problem like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't start off obviously with a hit and a push. It never starts off big.
Right.
So
Abuse,
over the years, it was like, oh, you shouldn't wear that. You do da. Or, hey, why did you do that? It's don't go there. So it led up to the ultimate. But by this time, we together 12 years. Mm-hmm. So it never started off. It was the red flags that I didn't even realize that were red flags.
Wow. Yeah, it was all settled.
Wow.
And so with that, obviously, when he did cheat, that was my big no-no. Because I could not find, and I know a lot of Christian women struggle with that. I couldn't find biblical references of me leaving him for him putting his hands on me, because he would say he was sorry. He would try to go get a little counseling or whatever, and then he'll get better for a little bit, but he'll start back up again. So I never had a point of reference for that, right?
Right.
But I knew if you cheated, that's my way out. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't even a big of a deal for me when I found out that he had several affairs.
Wow.
I said, oh, okay. I said, wow, okay. Wow. I mean, I was not heartbroken. I was not like, oh my God, I was not one of them women. I said, well, this is the way out. But even in that, God let me stay in that marriage for one more year for me to forgive him.
Wow.
And for me to be what he said I wasn't for him. And I became that for that year. Then God opened the door and allowed me to leave.
Wow.
And so as far as being heartache over that relationship, that was not the case. But I did not realize the damage that was being done all those years of my self-esteem, of me not knowing what I want, being indecisive. Mm-hmm. All these things came from that because he made so many choices. I couldn't work outside the home. Like the woman that you're seeing now is a completely different woman that you would have met in those years. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Me being a businesswoman was not so then. I had my responsibility. He felt a woman's responsibility was in the home only. Wow. Even though I got 3 college degrees, I went to college with you.
Wow.
I did some of your work.
Wow.
Wrote some of your papers. But we got married, it all changed. Wow. Right? So I think, and it's right, and it's brainwashing, and you don't realize you're being brainwashed until it's too, exactly. Mm-hmm. And years, it took me because I was in the church, and I began to fast and pray. I didn't even know it like fast. I began to research, and that's when God began to show me this is not right.
Right, your eyes were open.
Yes, ma'am. And I think a lot of that, some women may not identify that and see that it's a problem because he was a great provider. We had a brand new house. I had a brand new Jeep. I didn't want for money. So on the outside, like, well, what's the problem? He's providing, he's doing this, and maybe I need to do this and do that. So you hear women say that, but it got to the infidelity was what did it for me. Because I'm like, I can't trust you. Yeah. So that's why I had to for real let you go. Because some women can come back from that. My personality type, it ain't gonna be good for the other parties. Because I'm not gonna just hurt her. I'm hurting him first.
Right.
And if you don't get up and run while he getting hurt, and you stand, you feel hurt.
Right.
So it's better for you to let him get hurt and you go ahead and run. Right. But if you stay there, you gonna get it with him.
Let him go. Let him go. That's good. So we have one last one in there. Ooh. Let's see. What are we going to get for that one?
What is we talking about now?
This is the second one.
No, you got it.
Let's see. Okay, how to deal with toxic family members. We all got them, don't we?
No, I don't have them in my family.
You don't?
No.
Adina, do you want to start with this one?
Bless your heart. Bless your heart.
Well, no.
Yeah, toxic family. I mean, I guess I don't know where to really go with this. I think one lesson that I've learned with this is space is okay.
Space is okay.
Space is okay. Yeah. Because sometimes you don't have. I know in church a lot of times we talk about forgiveness and we talk about, you know, all of these things. And for me, forgiveness is something that is really hard. And it's been something that actually, you know, I saved it for this.
Okay, good.
So Jadea and her family have been like really a cornerstone in my life in Tulsa, more than you guys really even realize it. So I joined her Belong group. It was like my first Belong group. I had just moved to Tulsa, and it was you and Bree Davis at ORU. Yeah, shout out Bree Davis. Oh, I love her.
Amazing.
She has her own podcast now too, which is exciting.
Yeah. Be Still.
Check it out on Apple and Spotify.
We see you, Brie girl.
Yeah, shout out. So that was like my freshman year at ORU, and then Alandra helped me get in at the Dream Center as a volunteer. And then actually I'm roommates.
Sister, by the way.
Yes, that's her sister. And then I'm roommates with one of your cousins too, Houston.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all's family has had such an impact on my life, and you guys don't even like realize it. So I say all of that to say that space is okay, and taking that time to process your emotions and to process, like, you know what, I'm not ready to accept your apology. I'm not ready to have these conversations. So let me just create distance. And that distance doesn't always mean a bad thing.
That's so
and
good.
That and I'm Hispanic, you know, like we're my family close.
Yeah.
And learning to kind of find my identity outside of my family has been a whole journey and a half.
So when you say you're not ready to accept apology, does that mean you're just holding on still a lot of hurt and stuff? Because when someone apologizes to me and I look at forgiveness, I used to hate this in a church, that they would say, you got to forgive. Because you don't forgive, your Father in heaven is not going to forgive you. And it had no idea how much anxieties that would bring on a person. You know, you don't know if that person had been molested by a father or a family member or what happened. You have no idea. And to just put that anxiety and re-injure that wound, it's not healthy. And so what I say, you know, as a therapist and walking through my forgiveness journey is that forgiveness is for that it's for you. It's not for that person. And it is a process. Forgiveness is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. And so I guess I look at when someone apologizes to you as Christians, you know, we have to be like, okay, but we need our time. Because what'll happen if you don't accept the apology, then the hate, the resentment, and everything else would start festering in your spirit that you really can't hear from God. And then anytime that someone comes around, you're just walking around as this wounded person because you have put that seed in your spirit of not accepting an apology when that's supposed to be your freedom. Okay,
that's good. That's good.
Yes. Give him a lesson right there.
That's good.
Yeah.
Free some people.
Yeah. So I guess when I say, that time and space is really, for me, processing your emotions.
We have to process.
Yes. We have to process, because if I decide to punch Jadea in the face right now, you know, it's going to hurt, and I'll say, oh, I'm sorry. But if she's still like, ouch, her face is bleeding and like whatever, she can accept my apology all she wants. She's still hurting.
Yeah, and I get that part, that the apology, but you're still processing the apology. You're still processing the forgiveness. That's why I said forgiveness is a process. And people say, well, how do you forgive? I don't. And you know what I tell them? Give it to God and let Him, because you can't do it by yourself.
No, it's going to take time.
For me, I got the T-shirt, the trophies, and all that. Like the things that has happened with my biological family. And the things that they have said from my birth mom and my sister. And I'm thankful, you know, I have a brother who will stand up for his big sister in the New York minute. He always said, you know, prima donna, you know, her life is credit. Y'all can't say nothing. But, you know, it is a process. And when people try to say, hey, you know, you're holding on to anger and resentment because you're not talking to them, you're using your space, you're creating boundaries. I said, no, I'm holding on to peace.
Right.
I'm holding on to peace.
Right.
Because being with you, you're not giving me that peace of mind. But let me tell you, I found out a couple years ago, and I'll get to you, Toya.
Yeah.
I found out, like, well, I'm going to be very transparent to y'all. My mother, y'all ever see Frankie from Keisha Cole, The Way It Is, back in the day?
Yes. I know you're talking about.
But my mother is to the 10th power of that. Okay, my mama's, she's on a whole new level. Oh yeah. She's on the whole. My birth mom, from Oakland. So she would just keep coming and coming and coming at me. And I understand this is a generational pattern because our mama was like, real ratchet with her and talk crazy to her, and she took it. But guess what? It stopped here. I said, oh, no, ma'am. You ain't gonna talk crazy to me. You my mother. And she said, you need to respect your mother. My parents. I said, oh, the next scripture said, but do not tempt your children to anger. So what I had to do, since she didn't understand my boundaries, because back then, before they had, call waiting or whatever, I don't know. Back then, she would call the operator to tell them they're like, oh, I have her blocked. And she's like, it's an emergency. And so she would find a way. So she would do that over and over, call me from different phones, and it was just tormenting. Wow. So you know what I had to do? That gave me peace of mind. I put a protective order on her.
Wow.
And so, that's crazy. You get to do that to your own mom, your sister. But I said, Lord, I should have done this a long time. So, sometimes those boundaries come with a protective order. Go ahead, Toya.
Well, I want to piggyback what you were talking about with forgiveness, and it's the process. I think people feel like when they ask for forgiveness or they're in that process of forgiveness, that things should go back as it was before the action happened.
That's good.
And that's incorrect.
That is.
So just because I forgive you don't mean I got to
be back where we are
talking to you. Right. And so I thought you forgive me. I do forgive you. But I realize what you're capable of doing and what you're on and what this I can control the first blow, but I can have a boundary not to get a second blow.
Exactly. Right?
So I think that's what it is, and it's and I think that's kind of even part of the process as well, because I don't trust you now. When you did that broken level of trust. Mm-hmm. So yes, I do forgive you. I understand you made a mistake and you recognize it. Thank you, Jesus, that you are apologizing. You recognize it, but now let me process it, and I'm processing right now. You can't be in my space.
Right.
The Bible says to forgive. It don't say nothing about forget.
Nope.
Man says forgive and forget. I think the Lord lets us have a memory for a reason, so we can have wisdom.
Mm-hmm. You better say that.
Because if I have amnesia, then I'm gonna forget, and this is why people keep going through cycles and keep dealing with weird situations.
Right there. That goes back to Albert, the test when Albert and he did the bunny, and every time he got to the little white little bunny, it would buzz him. Right. And so he never left that memory because that memory told him that this white bunny is going to hurt me. I'm doing psychology, y'all.
It's true.
Yeah. So that's good because you don't, you have a memory for a reason.
The Bible don't say forgive and forget. It says forgive.
Yeah.
Right.
And so quit putting them two together.
And you saying all of that, this phrase just kind of popped in my head. Like, just because we are blood doesn't mean we can't have boundaries.
Baby, that's more the reason to have them.
I always said that, they say blood is thicker than water, but water can be cleansing. And so,
wow.
Water can be cleansing, you guys. So toxic families I guess all of us have experienced that.
Right.
Yeah.
Disrespect is disrespect. Mm-hmm. Even from parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles.
Yeah.
Yes. Disrespect is disrespect. I mean, I've seen it. I mean, pushing their way. Oh, let me do this. I said, no, you're not listening to me.
Yeah.
That's something within families that happens so much. Mm-hmm. They love you so much. They think they put their ideas and their agendas onto somebody.
Yeah.
And then they expect you to just take it and take whatever.
Right.
And even being a parent myself, I have teenagers. There's boundaries with that.
There is.
I give my children healthy, strong suggestions.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, whether they do these things or not, that's their free will. Mm-hmm. But at least I'm saying I'm giving them what I've been through and why I'm saying that. I'm not saying don't have sex just to not to be having sex. Let me tell you what that happens when you do that. So you can make a choice for yourself, a healthy choice for yourself, and you know the cons and the pros. End of the day, it's your life. And I think as parents, even we want to control, what our kids are doing and vice versa. Yeah. My mom, had certain different things that she preferred. I did this, did that, and like I said, old school, they think differently. I said it because I'm your mama. I totally get that, but now I'm grown.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's a boundary now because I'm a grown woman. And now I'm a grown woman that's married with kids. Right. So I can take some of those things and I don't have to take some of those things. Right. And because I've experienced that, I try not to be that to my children. But of course, I'm going to tell them biblical things. But of course, I'm going to say, yes, you don't need to do this because of this. And let me tell you why, because I did that. 9 times out of 10, when I do talk to my kids, and I'm very honest and transparent about my life experiences, because was I a virgin when I got married? No. But let me tell you the benefits of why you should be.
Exactly.
And why and what I went through because I wasn't. And all the things I had to go through. So I'm giving them a painted versus say, don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, don't do it. Why?
Give reasons why. And I think a lot of times parents don't do that. They don't give their explanation for it. If the kid has a question, try to give them an answer. But I did want to jump back a little bit because, man, you were hitting it heavy right there. So again, with parents, oh my goodness, pushing their way.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway, I just want to say this. Parents have to allow children to live their life.
Yes.
You can't push your life experiences onto them. Yes, you have wisdom, but they're going to have to learn on their own.
Yeah, that is correct.
They have to go through their own fires. They have to go through their own hurdles.
That's so true.
And so you have to let them leave and cleave. Let them figure their things out. Yes, give wisdom, but at the end of the day, they have to make their own decisions.
Right.
But
so
it goes back to that scripture: raise up a child in the way they should go, and when they depart, they'll never depart. When they grow up, they'll never depart. They'll never depart from the teachings that you have taught them and instilled in them. I mean, all of us, I'm sure, I know I've been with that prodigal child and everything, but I always remember the teachings that my dad taught me. And, it's just like my foster dad, like I could hear him even now. And I remember, we're at a sorority party. Some of you guys know I'm Delta Sigma Theta. Okay. So, we went to a frat party and it was, I think 12, and my dad and they were like, I said, well, I got to get home. And they said, what do you mean you got to get home? I was like, my dad is going to call me and I shouldn't be out. And they're like, what? I said, yeah. And it's like, you're 21. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, I am. But I need to get home.
That type of stuff.
Because it was just a respect for my dad. Now, he wasn't toxic. It was just the seed that he sowed. And I'm saying that to say, even though I was out in different places, I had no business being, I would hear his voice.
Yeah.
And I would be like, because let me tell you, I'll check my answer machine. It'll be 11 o'clock. He said, I'm just wondering what a 21-year-old young lady doing out at 11 o'clock.
No, that's so real. That's so real. Well, even I think, so yeah, again, I keep bringing it up. I'm 23. Like there's a lot happening in my life. A lot is changing. And I'm an only child too. And then again, throwing in that factor of being Hispanic, like my parents are very protective. I grew up they would let me do things like I could go to school dances and stuff, but they were very strict. Right. And even as an adult, I get anxiety of the not hovering. I don't, and mom and dad are probably listening, so none of this is bad, but I get anxiety because internally I'm like, it's 6:30. I need to be home.
Wow.
Like it doesn't matter that I no longer live with my parents. They're like 10 hours away.
It's the teachings they taught you. It's ingrained in you.
Yes. And I would even say this word to parents, like, let your children make their own choices and allow them to express their own opinions on things, whether you agree with it or not, because if you continue this pattern of constantly making choices for them, that's fantastic. You're raising great children, but once they get into college and once they get out of your house, they're not going to know how to make decisions on their own or being able to like, no, what do I actually feel about this? What is my voice saying? And that's something.
Be individuals.
Yeah.
Not this mob, this group approach. And it's good that, don't get me wrong, but we still are individual people. So I had to throw that out there. But this goes alongside what you're saying.
So you guys, this has been such a thoroughly great conversation. We got 5 minutes before we're out. So someone's going through this toxic family members, and especially if they're in a Christian realm. What would you say, 2 minutes, how they should handle it, Toya?
I'm going to always say what I say, praying and fasting, because you want to give God's insight on how to handle the situation. In the fasting aspect, people are like, why I got to fast? Why I could just pray about it.
These things come out through fasting and prayer.
Because when you're trying to get God's perception or insight, you got to not be in the flesh.
That's
so
good.
Being in the flesh, you're eating, you got to not eat so you can fast so you can get the perspective. So that's why I always lump them two together, because we keep talking about praying, but then people say, well, I'm not getting nothing out of when I pray. Well, you got to eat a while ago, and you think about eating when you get through. When you open like that and you're fasting, it's a whole nother level, because now it's spirit. It's spirit connected with spirit.
Come on.
So praying and fasting would be what I was saying. God will give you strategy on how to say certain things, because God gave me strategy how to say certain things to my mom. God's given me strategy how to say things to my children.
Right.
That part. Even how to say things to my husband, because he can be very protective, and I'm like, baby, I'm a CEO like you now. I got to make decisions like you make, So all of that, right? But it has to be like the strategy of God, because when God gives you strategy, then they can see themselves, and that's the whole point. You want them to see themselves so they can stop.
Right. Adina.
I would tell somebody who's going through this situation, definitely sit and pray, fast. But take that self-care time to process what's going on. Allow yourself time and space from people. If they're blowing up your phone, that's fine. Turn it off. Like turn it off, because if you have a conversation, if you try to have that open dialogue in a place where you haven't feel, but everybody else is telling you that it's time, and is telling you that it's time to have this conversation and open up, you might not be ready for it. And you can say some things that you don't mean, or you haven't processed, and you might end up be the one, who's being toxic to somebody else if you haven't processed it all.
That's so good.
So allow yourself time and space from your family, and allow yourself to see them as individuals who are also outside of the family.
That's good. Jadia, honey.
Oh, I do have some tidbits for this. Along with praying, fasting, processing. So within the process time, you have to get out of your feelings.
Amen.
You got to look at things from a logical place.
Yes.
What is actually happening? Not what I feel, not what I want to happen. List that stuff down. See it from another viewpoint. If I was not in this family, or if I was not associated with this person, would this be okay?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Look at green flags, red flags online. Look, there's posts everywhere. Go on Pinterest, okay? You'll find it.
Yeah.
Align and see, is this really all right for this person to keep treating you this way, to keep acting this way? You have to lay it out, and then as you assess, and then yes, you get strategy from the Lord. This is from us, a godly perspective right here. You will then know how to talk to them.
That's so good.
And if you don't, if you're not saved, I'm going to say there's an advantage being a believer, but if you're not, still lay it out there, and then try to formulate from there what you could possibly say in a way without tone. You want to make sure that you're relaxed, you're at peace, and figure out a time that works best for them. Compromise about, okay, I will talk to you for about 15 minutes, or can I just get this much of your time? And if they say no, you got to respect the pushback too, until they're ready to receive it.
Yeah,
that's
so
good. That's good, girl. So for me, I would just say, teach your family members, the toxic ones, how to treat you.
Right.
That's the truth.
Teach them how to treat you. And if they're yelling, if they're talking crazy to you, or they're trying to be manipulative, just no, that's not going to work. That's not going to work on my ship, on my watch. I'm not going to do that. So I told my brother that he's always tries to be the mediator between my mother and my sister. And I told him that. He's like, wow, sis, that's good. I said, you just got to teach them how to treat you. I still pray for them. I say, still pray for them. Still pray for them, because God can deliver. Still pray for them. But those boundaries are very important. If you allow them to keep walking on you, then you're not teaching them that. You're teaching them that it's okay to do that.
Right.
So I say, you got to teach them how to treat you. This has been a great first segment of Just Talk Stronger Together. Thank you, ladies.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Dina and Toya. And like I said, the reason I brought this together, Stronger Together, is to bring unsung sheroes here in the community who are leaders in their own right. And a lot of times we feel like we have to be on have books out, or be on, huge on a billboard or whatever. But God is shining on us all day long.
Exactly.
We're an apple of his eye all day long.
That's right.
And we don't see people like Adina, 23 years old, who's just
amazing,
following her purpose, beautiful and everything. And Toya always doing her thing, child. She got multiple incomes. Hey, if y'all want a mistress of ceremony, Toya's your girl. If you need an actress, Toya's your girl. I mean, if you need somebody comedy, Toya is your girl. Okay. So the same thing with Adina. Adina, that sounds like you work well with the Office of Administration, right?
Yeah.
That's your girl. I mean, she got she's juggling, but you guys are leaders in your own right. And so this is what Just Talk Stronger Together, so we can just shine on you guys, and for people in the community and above can see how great and talented you guys are. Well, you know what? I'm going to end with my girl, Step by Step. Look at her. She already dancing already. My girl, Whitney, the late Whitney Houston, because you know, we are all stepping into our next. We're stepping into our purpose. We're stepping into what God has for us. So step by step, girl, you know, let's do the dawn on things. So listen, you have just tuned in with KBOB 89.9 FM. I am your host, Prima Donna Braddock, and here at Real Life Real Talk, and my wonderful
co-host, JD Miller.
Hey! Guess what? Tune in next week. We're going to have Tim Story. You heard Tim Story, who is a celebrity who's been on Oprah Super Soul Sunday. He's going to call in next week. Great conversation, guys. Yes. Don't miss that. All right. Peace and blessings to you guys.
Bye.
Step by step, day by day, mile by mile. And this old road is rough and ruined, so many dangers along the way, so many burdens might fall upon me, so many troubles that I have to face. Oh, but I won't let my spirit fail me. No, I won't let my spirit go until I get to my destination. I'm gonna take it slow because I'm making it. Step by step, you know I'm taking that. Bit by bit, bit by bit, come stone by stone, yeah. Brick by brick, brick by step by step, I'm moving. Day by day, mile by mile. Go your way.